loves the campaign, and why not? He's great at it. Remember the young senator who charmed the nation in 2008 with the promise of hope and change? So it was no surprise when the president announced that he would be campaigning for his former Secretary of State and current Democratic presidential nominee. I'm here today. Further, he not only went all out for Hillary, he went after Trump.
He doesn't. Europe, in the Middle East, in...
That's interesting because as a senator who didn't even serve a full term, he faced the same criticism when he ran for president 8 years ago. And now, almost 8 years later, the question is, should he even be involved in the campaign to replace him? Isn't it, well, unpresidential? Democrats are quick to defend the president by bringing up Ronald Reagan. Isn't it fascinating that every political argument these days seems to lead to Reagan?
You're factually inaccurate, John,
What
because
part?
you want to know who used the presidency to actually campaign for their candidate? The last time it was done on this level was actually in 1988 when Ronald Reagan went to bat for his vice president.
See, now, you're factually incorrect. Ronald Reagan did not campaign for Vice President George Herbert Walker Bush at the same level that President Obama is campaigning for Hillary. Now, Reagan did endorse Bush, but not enthusiastically, as the two were never close, especially after they campaigned against each other for president in 1980. In fact, I went back all the way to 1900 and couldn't find one sitting president who actively campaigned for his party's nomination to replace him. In the 1960 campaign, then President Dwight Eisenhower was asked to endorse his Vice President Richard Nixon to replace him. He passed. And then he was asked, can you give us one idea that Richard Nixon gave you while he was Vice President? And he famously said, if you give me a week, I might think of one. Now, what President Obama is doing right now is historic. No other retiring president has hit the campaign trail with such vigor. But, you know, it's more than that. He is acting as the Clinton campaign's attack dog. And it seems beneath the office. To put it another way, no sitting president should attack the opposition party candidate for being unpresidential by being unpresidential.
There has to come a point at which you say, enough.
Exactly. I'm Larry Menti. See you again next week.
Hit the nail on the head.